Dubik Mahama ewiwe, such a drug addict. This guy called Dubik Mahama in any country. Since the day the news broke out, say Akwawe yewi on Afenyo Markin connived. They came together per the investigations from the committee. The two criminals, the board chair and the ECG MD, came together to steal from Arsenal. Multimedia and actually say they will be bringing this guy on TV to be doing what? To be cleaning himself.
I don't think, sir, container your report. It has to be NDC MPP matter. Go and ask CCTV camera.
Yeah, it did.
But the cameras, Obi of a container report, it is on video. How come so? Because said Tamaport, Obi a container when pano. Pasa galamsi asam yakasa mwamu krofo ye galamsi eduta mi kura mose party hieska nti yenya na mo ye galamsi mofi abemu 3 months a we say your mama and stop galamsi. What kind of
Dubik Mahama, you presented 200 motorbikes to the police service. If ECG is not breaking even, if ECG is a company that is making losses under your watch every single day, where were you raising the 200 motorbikes money from? Dubik Mahama no new. A drone wa bo abedruha. ECG sika no dia bo eduro re wa yeni.
Container say 1,000 when be. Enya abatai na etu. Na ire free shipyard o. But is it also sabi oye enya sabi mpo oye member of parliament. Boy mu kakra container then a container timi rana. What's happening?
Yeah, omemu ha ye bibia politics. And a problem no. Bibia sia near ye no politics. Na kwese asem no. I was see bisa omo ye adwuma report one say container no one. I don't think say container your report. It has to be NDC MPP matter.
David.
When we nipa wetumi ananti akoport ho akofa container so adekoda. Port ho so wo hwehwe obi a container woni nipa e won ho.
This whole train.
We don't know who get the containers for the port. Go and ask CCTV camera.
Yeah, it did.
But the cameras, Obi of a container port, it is on video.
Security. But driving in so free more. If you my footage.
Security now, you didn't try to say on share Sadiano, Setema ports. CCTV cameras or say, yeah, you to me, you drive through more. And yeah. It's a waste of everybody's time. Committee he make me some before na me hwe me fie. And it saves it to cloud.
Yeah.
So if the whole time apart, why are we talking about missing containers? Container be gu no okwohwe video no mu say obehu say container on this day o let Mike ebeso akoye. But at the end ba instead of say be use the right thing, NDC ni person dey share MPP ni. MPP ni person dey share NDC ni. Obehwe no kra na bia NDC ni MPP no kra no. It has nothing to do, but when you are politicizing the pair na fi NDC for no a start on the MPP for so a start on the na fi akoye yen majority for no against minority. Na nipa no mudi bone na nkasa no ye je yes. And you know this whole container thing is neither here or there if you ask me. And I am my idea because I've had a couple of conversations with the president. And I believe that or per se of fighting corruption. Yes, yes. I know. Say, like, opese, inyemo be broha, opese usiano. But it won't be easy. Yeah, it won't be easy. Until yena iwe chire no. I see a year who free the normal politics money abuano now or mining in a year because I'm not going to me yet.
It would you say ye per containers natural quandia. You go with CCTV. I know all that.
Tema port na kasa wo drive fa ho keke ka bia na wo bia ye hwe bibia na office kitwe ye wo he se wonam ha wo ba ye hu wo dan ho se wo gina ni ma
ye hu cra free down
ho nyina traffic light cars bia twam wo anim ha ko abekan inside wo utra UTV so how come so obeka say tema port obi akoso container mo wan hu nipa no
MPP for e ba say
yes. So how?
It's not possible.
How?
Then if in a sanity, the NSA galam saying so no. Untimin Casen so MPP for nay. And so say you per se who more ya. Yenko site will be who more.
Oh, that be ula. Now okay, say galam say site no. You need CCTV cameras.
But say or more so.
Why the galam say site so? Na galam say no crown wouldn't be a year no answer.
What are you saying?
Let's say
Charlie, that matter be different matter.
Yes,
yeah, but if you way talk say
no at Temaport there are CCTV cameras everywhere. But me the minimum say galamsey in room cameras
no, but the reason for this is I saw you saying that MPP4 and a galamsey.
Omo yen the minimum. Minimum omo minimum say no be some and not specifically.
2 years then who say MPP4.
Won ti ha na say obi 2 dan we akofo from akonta mine no mu 2 forest reserve omo she mo 2 gold. Won omemu ha.
Yeah.
And now we be some here. Ah they won na MPP4 na why.
But how do we then make the fact say MPP4 na omuye galamsey, you know, like that's
a question, Patrol. There was a doctor, I think you know what, Ashanti region. Former President Taskino so on your investigation on galamsey.
And yet Dr. Frimpong
no,
Minister for Environment
and all your reports not the command president.
So can we say that NDC be anywhere?
I was say about with evidence and facts. Facts na ye wo to send a bulldog e kano. And he say omwankasa omu minister in the report no. Or say excavator okoji 500 etu afa wiem ayera. Or say nipa omu galamsey no omunye according to omwankasa Erasmus as I don't call friends Erasmus why your report be brought there Akufo-Addo knows the people who are doing galamsey but unim and I can say Ghana bibiani politicizing no enti no omo de aye NDC for galamsey NDC for the MPP for enti MPP for NDC for nya eba aben mu pe yenso yenkoye omu bi enyom kran fan show but under you 8 years galamsey was going on in this country ya kansa galamsey asem ya kansa mo am krofo ye galamsey edu time kura mo se party hieska enti yenyam na mo ye galamsey mo fi aben mu 3 months we see your mama and stop galamsey what kind of me na my no abuli
come out what kind of foolish talk is that
nyam na me kai ba me
foolish talk.
But you see,
for 8 years, you can't galamsey some sa your mama baben mu 3 months. We say hey, but I didn't tell me how me when say Ghana for say obi any da ho.
Exactly.
Ni omo ye nyom nya 30, 41%. Yes, percent. Ghana for ye ni pebia, say no, omo person omo te no kure no. You can't leave power 8 years. You can't be in power 8 years and live in 3 months. Expect say you kofa machine kura, you kofa machines kura, you de be chi galamsey and I say you kofa your friend saying you say aban no e be chepe excavator your mining site the trackers e be che my excavator no entumi moving free ho enko another place ne san your money na it is our system you be setting up kura 3 months near there wa aban mo wo fi mu na o say
yes.
The way na hear policies were made, yeah, very wrong. No, I'm a backup vocalist. Yes. What I say?
Shadow MP na Kasa. Shadow MP,
deputy name.
They were shadow
deputy. What I say? You know, galamsey issue is a big one, but the way now, all of a sudden, enipa na ye ka galamsey asama no mo edwa no omo dane omo ho ene ye nja omo no omo pese Ghana ye and you couldn't do this thing and then just 3 months you want Dubik Mahama to wake up today and stop galamsey okoka no mo grofo na edwa no be ye say na me say in social media foi o mbeka sasa na me oka Kwame plus asa woka waka ma be ye MP and the man who says, say, I can't ask what with DMP. I'm saying, come, but some of you don't become more, be a mayor president. What I say, say, go on, come once a month, win him. To me, I enjoy it.
What they are to
when you said, I'm about to catch up with somebody, I make us say, police in this city, I say, oh, can you? Many general. Me can change it. I mean, then you Omon kama sama, do be saying, I say, my own money be ana. Haven't I served you faithfully? Adena the whole week. Obian kamasem. Adena we me free. Adena me. Na me utie. It's me. I love people. I love everybody to talk about me. But the truth of the matter is that I will say this kind of politics a free on my year bunumu. MPP former I'm say for so many years.
Okay.
And they cannot turn around and assume and pretend to say it is John Mahama who came and the Galamsey issues and John Mahama must fix Galamsey tomorrow morning. John Mahama they Ghana for maybe feeling no. Omo feeling no you nipa papa. Yes. When would the way no an appointment no. Boys na ye adwuma ma no. MPDC for no mu gina mo na so ye adwuma no. Odio obia bibia wo expertise wo no. Odo wa hye ho. Enya ya no mfo ya minu anum we no kwa ya no ho ya memobo MPP for minu anum so ni omo mu ye adwuma wi a aban ne papa wa pe na akofa aburochiri for o MPP for the burger for nkwa wo say ECG boss oh not in New York wo hwe kra no opepa street light wo New York ya the number ono obeye ECG boss o hwe say oh Ghana water boss ofia na ebia na ododo nso bia no akofa aburochiri ni na boys na bre no ha John Mahama is a smart man. Omonhwe no musuan no munjai dede no. Look and learn. Mu yesi ankaba say nyina ye wo.
Na 3 months we watch 32 years. Omo be bubom sa 32 years. Omo be bre pa.
All right. Omo bom. NDC opposition sa.
You see?
Yes, omo ma
me LGBT. E ba ye na mun sign NDC ba mun to me sign.
No correct, you are right. No, we are say ade also we ne say we nipa. Ade also we ne say said time bia no we yes. Yes. We no, no. Me MPP asem na maka. NDC dey say Donald Trump or your campaign LGBT that not trans is other na sign or some sign
but sister NDC for
and yes and I agree with you yes
opposition MPP
ba almost one sign NDC for so aba
but that is just one of the things.
It's not one of the
reason why I say that. No, the reason why I say that
yen dey na koye say obi asset obi trap enti Akufo-Addo also sign ade no onim so ono o sign e be ha no no ono a sheda board late artist one sign e na John Mahama so ya we say wo a sheda one sign e obese wo jato me so na wo dwane
o da bi ba so onim ba to the campaign
ba honorable ba to be so video
da bi na ono ne de no o push Akufo-Addo mana sign e ansa na ambeto no so
campaign or promise Christian fraternity ni we kire say me ba me dey be
Christian me no nya ya ka dey
so
that is me no can dey
ba o ka so o can dey set in a trap there me no nya
dey asma me can say John Mahama ka no o kan push Akufo-Addo mana sign send be ya embeto ono no so
e na one man abeto no so we so to me say
o kinkan afi na omudi abeto o kinkan
so this is lane of
also be cancel 11 so
na am 40 media so we are making this whole thing
number we MPP ni
that's not the conversation we are having.
No problem.
That's not the conversation we are having.
Papa ni your promises be brave.
Oguso oye.
Thank you.
Tubu also be cancel 11 cancel.
Betting tax.
Yeah, back.
Emissions like why yeah.
And nyame ko 7 days or the bo we are. 7 days Yakupon say 1 day be 1,000 years. It is not just 7,000 years.
So you crying. Bienta.
Oh. Na kam pese we bisa honorable bibi one.
Bisa me
honorable pacho.
Nya bisa me.
Una wo abem mo na e bia una we understand some of these politics. What will stop or what is stopping His Excellency John Dramani Mahama from signing that what is stopping?
Okay, kind. Oh we are.
Okay, kind.
Yes.
They will say they need to
let's on Kenya or
good. So also relay no.
Can't tell you boy.
And on waka say e say no kobinya nka sofo ne we see no enye involve na yen
possible. Me say ba na ade na da ho na ya de ketua ya de kese. Ya de kese enye de ketua ntino e wo say almost study ade ni yie. Akufo-Addo dia meba Akufo-Addo no wan steady.
Oh yeah,
no we say me here no plan na mo ye. Akufo-Addo ya de ade no betu nanim. Ono ankase afi no ohwem osi nkofo bi de court ono ohwem owie
yes
bosi nkofo bi de court nti yenja na san nkofo no
nkofo 2 bi o
omo nko wie court ne mra
but say nkofo de court
no that doesn't make sense
no no
two people number trade there be
they are also Ghanaians. How many people have petitioned against the age
I don't know LGBT we no mo de buy no kra no John Mahama hwe mu no John Mahama hwe mu no na nyame matene se ohwe mu no na enoma bi wo ho se de ka ho anim awsam na no ye din enti no munya abotre
no na bo kan sade a me so ya se me na se beke kam kakra fri se ohwe mu nam no hu se enoma bi wo se de ka ho na tama no wo force na na do so
no aka kire no no aka kire no so onye na na do pese obeye hwe tena ho wo de mo de
me ba so de wo nkasa biem ya sounds wo nkasa biem no bo komo se wo ni hwe biem ka na ya ego yin se kokko se kokan ba wo ala bu wa minute
wonti o memu ha na nkofo bi se aeroplane de besi krom ha wonti o memu ha na nkofo bi se aeroplane besi krom ha mo mo hu kokko e wo Ghana MP lebi me ba me ka so no
MP are only evidence.
They can't say that.
About evidence. Do you know what evidence is?
No.
Good.
What
if you
is
don't
evidence?
Know, something you can prove. And yes, speculation. You don't follow what is going on.
When in cancer,
this is not something that has not happened.
This is not something that has not happened. When NPP was in power and NDC was in opposition. What are we? Let's not kid ourselves now.
We are MPP.
As someone make can say we are talking about speculation and people speculating. To me 1 minute.
This guy is a criminal. Dubik Mahama. And I catch the Attorney General. I have picked information say this criminal Dubik Mahama is your friend. And that seriousness also or the attach ECG criminality yehu akwawe account ECG containers. Kronwa oni Afenyo Markin born or ECG or resign here without giving us a reason. No. Attorney General Ayeni, I respect you. I am still investigating the matter. I swear to God. If I get a little piece of evidence to say it is because of your friendship with this guy, Tina, you don't want to go into the matter, you will not like me. If I get to know that you and this boy Dubik, because of your friendship, you don't want to address the ECG container theft, you will not like me. Intermediate, I'm setting a record straight. Now, this boy, Dubik Mahama, a chain smoker. Now, wakotena Joy News. You see, mamaka bi binchiramu. Some of the media, almost say Ghana. Some of the media almost say Ghana. And a plan, especially multimedia, media. Right now, I can tell you, say, political talk show a Ghana a solid bakwa. I can say, minya time I share a key point on TV3. I don't want the only political show Ghana. Me when say Nipana or hostino, and they show the way it's been drafted, they show the way it's been carved, the presentation and the follow-up questions, and no one the only international reasonable show and the Ghana political show. Yeah, I'm being honest with you. So about a Saturday shows. Key point. And no namitie. Joy News idea omo yen say political criminals they think they can use that cocaine media to rebrand political criminals like Dubik Mahama. And kwesichum kede Japan catch that I say cocaine or the BA multimedia ever seen there ultimately respond here. It means it's true. I didn't know. Ghana for ni enim until Kennedy Japan catch that say who kwesichum cocaine sikan or the BA multimedia ever seen there you've not been able to clear yourself, meaning you are an ex-criminal, ex-cocaine dealer. Per Kennedy Japan statement. But you see, multimedia, right now, what they're doing, and they say, it has become a platform and as a news outlet that always cleans up drug addicts, criminals, political criminals. And that is what they are doing for this boy because he has paid Evans Mensah. And what they are doing is Right now, every single day, biano, no matter no, no the number betina multimedia so. This guy called Dubik Mahama in any country, he's not supposed to be given any platform to even speak on ECG matters. But the funny thing is, you will see multimedia since the day the news broke out, say Akwawe Yewi on Afenyo Markin connived. They came together per the investigations from the committee. You know, the two criminals, the board chair and the ECG MD, came together to steal from us. You know. Multimedia and actually say they will be bringing this guy on TV to be doing what? To be cleaning himself. Into a multimedia, no, Joy News, no, I just say cocaine media. What they do is they clean drug addicts, criminal, political drug addicts. Now, my mention idea be AC, and why they be a catch Ghana for say privatization of ECG is paramount, and the government needs to hand over ECG the operations, some of it, to a Ghanaian private company. When it is foreign, I will not agree, but a Ghanaian private company needs to take over ECG. My mention idea be kwasi yawe. Okotena Joy News, the same cocaine media. And he was trying to create an impression, say, the ECG that he was board member and became MD. The ECG is an entity that has never made profits. In fact, ECG was never at the table in terms of revenue. He is creating an impression, say, remember this guy, he was a board member before he became the MDU. And there were quite some multimedia catch Ghana for say, ECG, you know, they never made revenue. And that no Ghanaian should stand up and be questioning ECG why they are not making money. Okay. Now, listen to this guy, Dubik Mahama.
Why did you merge the estate department with the...
These challenges that you speak of now, I mean, when you were appointed, when you assumed office as managing director, these were not new to you because you had served as board member of ECG then.
I didn't say they were new to me. I said when they all came to... It's different from when you are sitting at the board. You're a policy director. Then finally you are put in the main chair and then on a daily basis. There's one thing that I have learned in my 2 years, 4 months of occupying that chair is that the theory that Mike Tyson gave that you always have a plan until you enter the ring and you are hit in the nose. And then you realize that everything is thrown out. Because you can wake up in the morning, all systems go, everything is working perfectly, you're chugging along nicely. By 2 o'clock, there's fuel shortage here, there's this here, there's that. Now the question you ask yourself is the cost of unsold energy. So what do? You have to, but you know, one of the things that we don't give credit for because most people don't have the backstory is that ECG was never ever at the table. ECG was never at the table in terms of revenue. Because ECG's revenue, when I joined the board, since time immemorial and everybody was talking, was always like this. There's no utilities revenue that flatlines.
Always on the same wavelength.
It was about 450, 500 million, 450, 500 million. But thanks be, the minister in his last interview said what? 1.5 billion.
Right.
1.5 billion is no mean feat. To move a company that was never at the table because at that point everybody had to carry ECG. And in carrying ECG, what did it mean? You understand? Now, the main way or the single way for you to collect revenue is through meters.
Right.
Metering. Now, the question is, what's the lifespan of a prepaid meter? That's one thing most people don't know. Prepaid meters do expire.
And then when they do, I mean, there's no way of checking the consumption level
it is not
of consumers.
So PURC will do a beautiful job of giving ECG a tariff. ECG will fire the tariff into the meter while you are enjoying 2013 meter. Unfortunately for maybe Sule is on the 2022 meter, so he will receive the new tariff. Most of the meters are all, prepaid metering started under President Kufuor.
we'll come to the way forward.
I'm building the backstory
so that I can allow
I'm building the backstory for you. So, in deciding to embark on the digitization journey, we called a few people in place. There was an unsolicited proposal which was going to be even considered under PDS, which we saw went through the whole thing. We changed how we procured meters. We changed how we installed meters. As at the time that I got into office, ECG had a huge lack of meters in the system, and ECG's installation was about 2,500 meters a month. As at the time I was leaving office, they were such an efficient machine that they were doing about 100,000 meter installations in a month. All of these things require investment.
Right.
You cannot have a multi-billion-dollar or billion CD industry in Ghana and not invest in it. I sometimes hear the whole conversation around it, and then you realize that, look, yes, ECG's debt. Oh, this is ECG's debt. But nobody fails to calculate what portion of the debt falls under, what do you call it? Forex losses. What is the portion? Because every single implement in ECG is in USD. From the you buy electricity in dollars, you sell it in cedis. By the time you are going back to procure those dollars to pay, what's the Forex rate? You come into the office in the morning, you are rich. By the time you close, you're poor. For example, last year around this same time, it was February, when the whole digitization process ended, ECG went cashless.
What is he talking about? This is the immediate boss of ECG. Dubik Mahama, he was a board member before he was made the MD of ECG. From the beginning of his conversation, he just said the board is just a policy. They basically endorse policy. Now, you being a board member before becoming the MD, then it means you have prior knowledge about how ECG operates. Because as a board member, when a policy from the MD is put before you endorse that board, that policy, before you give that green light, we presume, you have read that policy before you basically give it an endorsement. And now, if it's about money, you give the green light for money to be pumped into that policy. For you being on the ECG board before becoming the ECG MD, then basically you should have a prior knowledge of how ECG operates. You have no room, no excuse to give to us. Because all the things you are talking about, that time I would be a human who say, Mike Tyson proverb bitch say, so who are ring grima, punch is different, You already had an idea about what will happen in the ring because you were on the board. You looked through every policy document that was presented to the board. The ECG, it has never made any money. And the ECG, everything about it, when it comes to revenue, they have never been to the table. Meaning, ECG has been running debt from Tete. There was never a point at ECG could breaking even. Mamen Chewa Debi. Maybe I'm a baby. Oh, say in some occasion, say ECG, a kana meneomo. ECG, they don't even have money to, at the end of the day, use in the operationalization of ECG. Okay? Akwa time or ECG boss no. In some time I work as ECG and that time I know 2023 they were donating 200 motorbikes to Ghana Police Service. An institution that is not able to meet its obligation. ECG institutional entumi sika enye enfambo ECG no brano. The ECG is able to raise money to buy 200 motorbikes before elections to give to that police service. The question here is, ECG priorities in any day. This is under Dubik Mahama. And I'm going to show you Time Dubik Mahama sika we akoto motorbikes ama ECG Ghana police no na ECG omo numbers saying because from what you are telling us no ECG basically is always bankrupt. ECG does not make any serious revenue. So if ECG wasn't making any revenue, yeah, I'll do that. If ECG wasn't making any revenue, how were you able to raise money to buy 200 motorbikes to give to Ghana Police Service? If you really say you are a manager who is looking out for the company and making sure your priorities are right, how were you able to raise 200 motorbikes? Where did you get the money? Because from the donation on the site of ECG, under your watch, Dubik Mahama, you presented 200 motorbikes to the police service. Now, this is the picture. You can see clearly. This is Dubik Mahama presenting motorbikes to the Ghana Police Service 2023. So the question here is, if ECG is not breaking even, if ECG is a company that is making losses under your watch every single day, the question is, where were you raising the 200 motorbikes money from? Was it from your pocket? Or it was from the same ECG that was not even breaking even? Now, my main question data no any chart no. Now, my show BB about MPP 4-way. A simple data. Joy News for Nankasa and a Kuibaye. My main show on fan compared Dubik Mahama and Samaoka. Now, the dangerous and seriousness of the corruption now, yeah, can want some every single day. Because yeah, when I'm radio, so I comfort them, interviews. Dubik Mahama a way. No fee way. Such a drug addict. Maybe I make sure the real Dubik Mahama. Drugs now I will show you who he is. Okay? You see this? Let me show you this. You see this data? Look at the data carefully. I make sure I DB. You see, so I'll check ECG profitability 2012 to 2023. Dubik Mahama. A cover the period and now your ECG boss. From in 2020, 2012, the first one, na ECG making loss of 136 million Ghana cedis. That was NDC time. 2013, na ECG was making a loss of 246 million. NDC time. Yeah, the data natural. In 2014, that was when Dumso was about to pick up. Even in 2014, a Canada ECG day, a tip from 246 million to 38 million. Something happened, and I'm a boy. Now, Dumso hit in 2015. ECG, a cannot a cost could do 291 million. This is under NDC. Now look at 2016. Baby a green one. Baby a green one. Answer na John Mahama free power no. Na ECG a breaking even and make profit to 209 million. 2015 na ECG a make loss of 291 million. Meaning time na John Mahama eja ECG ashe NPP insemuno. Na ECG had broken even. Na ECG debt and swallow omo. Sa time okofa Ameri car power. Time John Mahama solve dum so we or handy over 2016 power ECG edema MPP for no. Na ECG had made profit of 209 million Ghana cedis. Na ECG deka. So data we me boa Joy News for boa. Now in 2017, Nana Dankwe Kufuor mobile power ECG ekano bedru 497 million. NDC ja 209 million profits eto ho. Nana Kufuor ne MPP for bar power ekano esaba back to 497 million. 2018 about 2.2 billion. They were not paying. Nana Dankwe Kufuor and MPP4, they were owing. They were not paying. Into a kana ECG deno, a jump from 497 million in 2017. In 2018, it came straight to 2.2 billion under MPP. Hwesibia echo. Now, 2019, if 2.2 billion echo 1.46 billion. Now, election year 2020, ECG making profit of 410 million. Election year. Ask yourself why. Because that was the time they were trying to prove to Ghanaians said they can keep the power on. They start to settle some. And then they start to make it look like say power nijina so. Into which the second one 2020 then ECG ebenya infrastructure 410 million. Abrana 2019 omdeka 1.4 billion. Now how do you see it? Right after election 2020, ECG circle back echo ball eka 1.45 billion. 2022 under Dubik Mahama, ECG accounted from 1.4 billion, it bedrew 8.6 billion. All this while, from 2021 to 2023, na Afenyo Markin, omuna no mo run ECG. Aya Keligajepo, Afenyo Markin, that is the time at Dubik Mahama mono. Accounted from 2020, right after election, a jampoko 1.4 billion. 2022, a kind of jampiko drew 8.6 billion. 2023, Dubik Mahama, every power, every ECG, equity say on your human being. Time Afenyo Markin air board chair. 2023 before 2024, na ECG at the cut 10.2 billion. It's wrong. The only time ECG and the MPP make it a COVID-19 era. Every World Bank and the IMF, they lied. And creating impression, we say everything is right. Into so we study chart now. You can see clearly say, right now as we speak, Omuja ECG dema NDC, January 2025, na ECG deka 40 billion. And then Samuel Abujina Pobeka Chiremo. Into 2023, na ECG ka 10 billion. From 2023 to 2024, first 7 January 2025, na ECG MPP ka Omuja to na 40 billion. So you see, message chat we me boa join news for boa. Into the question is, why is Dubik Mahama walking around? I'm asking the Attorney General. I'm asking the Attorney General, look at the chart. See the craziness. Can't go for where you are to. It's the end of the Ghana Muti, Dum Saba, some bodam. Monkwasi afona masisa ahumegu bukomu mosia si konkonene na social media and I light ni ho and I'm saying crasifo ma muhu nyenya muhu kankabi. This is what your MPP monkwasi MPP na modun so gum na mosom no. This is what it left. Into Dubik Mahama, he left a ECG September 2024. It's Dubik Mahama, sa 40 billion na ijatuoro, or no boss I can to. And they were saying, so I want Ghanaians to understand. Say, Adene, it's not to say Yeta will be these MPP people, Omuhum somewhere Jimmy. Now, Dubik Mahama na muhune nimuno because of drugs into no ISAO. This is Dubik Mahama. Dubik Mahama Nagasoni. This is him. So we name Dubik Mahama Onye. Some catch we're a drug addict. He's a full drug addict. Or a junkie. Dubik Mahama Nagasoni. And then why I say a drugs and a man I say. ECG Sikana Oria a drugs no the ball. But say, Dubik Mahama na muhunu ne ni ma esa no. E drugs na ma na esa wo. So kona so mu bod drug. Ewo sa omu ba no. Na kona drug si o ma no no. Dubik Mahama no ni o. E duro no abo abeduru ha. ECG sika no de abo eduro re de wa ye ni. Eni jam ka che sam ayeni. The Attorney General, put your friendship aside. The MPP, they are crazy people. Mo you heard Dubik Mahama, one that is him. Momo, you don't know anything. You can't catch them. Wait, or a drug addict. Look at him. You see him today, or a drug addict. This is Dubik Mahama. A drone no ba. Me say, Dubik Mahama has money. Dubik Mahama is going to come and say, I'm going to see Kevin Taylor. Dubik Mahama. Next week, me babe chemo adie bi about Dubik Mahama. Modi amonka say Kevin Taylor boa. Oh, Kevin Taylor says it is alleged. It's alleged that Dubik Mahama, he does drugs. And that Kevin Taylor said somebody is going to put the evidence out there. So, as we speak, Kevin Taylor says it is alleged. Oh, it is alleged. Dubik Mahama does not take drugs. So, it is alleged on this platform. I am saying it is alleged. Dubik Mahama, he does not take drugs. And anything I say, somebody is going to prove it to you that Dubik Mahama is this way because of drugs. So, on my platform, it is alleged. Let's say that. Let's say it is alleged. Oh, Kevin Taylor has no evidence. Fine, I have no evidence. It is alleged. He does not do any drugs. He is fine. Onye Bibia. So whatever I'm saying here, it is alleged. I do not have evidence. Fine, I don't have evidence. Dubik Mahama, it is alleged that you do drugs. Is the proof going to come out? Let's see. Until let's see that if it is alleged, so Kevin Taylor says it is alleged. Let's see, say evidence. This is Dubik Mahama. The Dubik Mahama you've been talking about. This guy should have known. It is alleged. Drugs. Do not underestimate these boys. Yeah, you are shocked. The difference. That is him. Why are you shocked? Enya Ozempic no anu mo. Onu mo Ozempic o. Yem board of Ozempic medicine o. Where Dubik Mahama in action. Unim red. Na akwa we abetina TV so. Na okekan kwase asem ne yeso so no so. Me say compare the two pictures. Let me enlarge it. Send it ya. Almost Kevin said it is alleged. It is alleged. It is alleged. Dubik Mahama, it is alleged that he does drugs. So Kevin doesn't have evidence. Let's keep it that way. This is Dubik Mahama. Monshaka kranaminum is you. Mashewi. Mashewi. Aha. Into TikTok of one. Pick it and go question him.